Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for this week's reading. I will be working with the Light Seers Tarot and we're going to see what messages are coming through for this week. As always, know that these are general readings. I'm first going to pull out some tarot cards and then I'm going to pull out some other cards. I've picked different decks. There's this chakra reading cards here, okay, and then I have Work Your Light as well, okay. So I'm excited to kind of see where this reading goes, and let's get into that. So I also wanted to tell you guys that if you're interested in getting a one-on-one reading with me, in my personal readings, I don't use any tarot cards or anything. I'm a channel on a medium. I just tap into your energy, and it's a 1-hour session where I tune into your energy. I see what's coming through. If you want to connect with a loved one, I also do that. And you know, if you want to connect, if you want to receive messages in terms of if anyone that's alive, I can tune into the living, I can tune into the dead. So just know that my readings, my one-on-one readings are not tarot readings, but actually channeling, okay. I just wanted to mention so that you guys know how I work. So with that being said, let's see what is the collective message for this week. And yeah, and guys, sorry I wasn't there last week because you know, sometimes the energies are very intense, and just like everyone else, even I feel the need to kind of, you know, just kind of heal myself, take out the time. And I like to kind of sometimes go in my own shell and kind of work on myself. So when I feel like doing that, I pay attention to my energy and make changes accordingly, right? So thank you for your patience and thank you for your understanding. And now let's see what's coming through the spirit. What do you want to bring through? Oops, that's a lot, but I'm going to take this one. What does spirit want to bring through for the collective? I love this deck. This is such a beautiful deck. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Totally love it. Okay, let's see what's coming through. My nose is so itchy every time I do these readings. My nose gets itchy. That's another sign that spirit wants to come through with messages, because normally I don't feel like that, but when I'm doing readings, it's like my nose gets super itchy. Okay. So let's see. Hopefully the full moon energy has been kind to you guys. I know there's a lot of change happening for everyone, and it's good. Change is good. Okay, so 4 cards. Spirit, any more cards? Because I really feel like we need more cards. Okay. I'm just gonna randomly pull. Alrighty. So just give me a second while I lay out the cards and pick on the energy and see what's coming through, okay? So we start the reading with the 10 of Pentacles, okay? And what's really catching my attention is this geometrical, I think it's the tree of life, you know, and also all these, the sacred geometry, okay? So some of you may be drawn to sacred geometry, but the 10 of Pentacles is about you are focused on your family, you are focused on stability, okay? Whether it's money, it could be money, but this is like you are creating a new blueprint for your family. That's really what I'm getting, because my eyes keep going to this, like this sacred geometry here, okay? I think this is the tree of life symbol, and it's like you are creating a new blueprint. Now, when I say that, what does that I mean when I say that? Like, let's say if your family history is of poverty mindset or lack mindset, or let's say there's, you know, it could be narcissistic family members or toxic patterns or abuse or anything like that. It's like you are creating a completely new blueprint, okay? That's what I'm feeling with this card. It's like you are creating a new blueprint. So for your next generation. So sometimes you know, in the family, a star seed or light worker comes in, and they're like totally dismantling the old codes. And sometimes it can be very heavy for the person who's doing that, because they're doing a lot of karmic clearing. So it's like you're bringing in new codes, you're bringing in, you know, it's like a computer program that's kind of got virus, right? So now we're totally rebooting, we're removing that old program, and we're installing a completely new upgraded program. Okay, so that's a good analogy to give here. So you're literally doing that, okay? And that's a lot of work, but it's like you've gone through this journey, and you are bringing this stability. You see how this energy is flowing everywhere. There's a flow here. So from the last generation to the next and the next. So you're creating a new blueprint is really what I'm getting with the 10 of Pentacles. And sorry, you guys, for me itching my nose. We have the Magician right next to it. So I love this card. Look at this Magician. Just so awesome. So it, you know, this one has the infinity card on the, the infinity sign on the hoodie, and it's like she's creating magic, you know, with her hands. And again, I never noticed this, but there is a huge infinity sign here as well. It's really light as it goes up, but it's there. So you are, you know, you are realizing how powerful you are with the Magician here. You are realizing that you can change the blueprint, you can change your story, you can change anything you want, as long as you you put your mind to it. You see this infinity on her hoodie. It's like she puts her mind into it, and she knows she can create. It's a she or he, I can't tell, but okay, it's a she. Let's go with that. So, you know, gender specific doesn't matter, but it's like you are the creator of your reality. You realize that you have this power, or you had this power all along, but it may have taken time for you to realize that you are powerful. Okay, it may have taken, like I said, like a generational, sorry about that. It may have been, you know, maybe you were born in a family where, you know, they suppress their emotions, or they played small, or there was always this victim mentality, and here you are like breaking all those family toxic patterns, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna stay victim anymore. I'm not gonna stick to that victimization story or be attached to situations that make me feel like a victim. I'm taking my power back. Yes, because we have the 8 of Swords right next to it. So you see how it's almost like she's tormented here, like her hands are tied up, and you know, her eyes are kind of blindfolded, and I don't know what's that. Yeah, a bunch of ravens around her. So it's her thoughts, you know, nagging at her. So your thoughts of inadequacy, your thoughts that, you know, in the past you had these thoughts, I'm not good enough, I can't do anything, I'm stuck, I'm victimized, or playing the same victim stories of, you know, whatever happened in your childhood, whatever happened in your past, whatever happened was unjust, and just being stuck in this energy, like, you know, it's like you're stuck with yourself. She's looking at her reflection, but she's in actuality, she's not stuck, but here in her reflection, she's seeing herself as stuck, and she has all these ravens. These are your thoughts getting to you. Okay, so this feels like this is what you have changed, this whole story of I'm stuck. And even when I look at this, it's like the ravens are tying her up, but it's like a thin thread. If she wants, she can break free, but it's like you stayed stuck in those stories. Okay, those stories were very real in your mind, but now right next to it with the Queen of Swords, it's like the Queen of Swords is sharp, she's blunt, she's cutting. She has her sword of truth in her hand. It's like, I feel like you have taken your power back. You have taken your power back, and you have this realization now. You see how it's almost like she's sitting on top of this, and she has this higher view now. She's seeing from a higher perspective, and she has this sword, and she's ready to cut out anything. She's cut off all these strings, all these attachments, all these things, all these negative thoughts. She's cut them with the sword that she holds, and she's like, these negative thoughts, these toxic patterns are not welcome where I am. They're not welcome. I don't want this. And she sees things from a higher perspective. The eagle or the hawk may be your totem, but you have a better understanding. There's something that has awakened in you, and you are taking back your power with the magician. You are realizing that you are the magician of your life. Now, the next card we have is the Queen of Cups. She is very emotional. She's very loving. And here again, it's like it feels in this card like you're creating something. You're creating something very beautiful. You are emotional. You are empathic. You are loving. And I didn't notice, but there's a little crown here. I don't know if you guys can see, okay? It's like you're putting back the crown on your head, okay? You're honoring yourself. You're choosing yourself. You're treating yourself like a queen. You are giving yourself the love that you deserve, okay? So you're not waiting for anyone to fulfill you. You are fulfilling that yourself. And with the Hangman right next to it, you see how this crown chakra, this third eye, is illuminated. And she's hanging upside down. You are seeing things from a completely new light. And it's like there are codes here. She's hanging upside down, but there are codes here. It's like you are interpreting the codes. Maybe the codes were always there in front of you, but you never understood them. Maybe you never understood them until now. It's like you are understanding. Even though she's upside down, she is interpreting the codes. She is enlightened. So this is like you have from this reading, what I'm drawing is you have a completely different outlook now. You have, something has shifted your mind, your energy. And look at this card. She's creating something here. Again, she's creating something, okay? So you are creating, this song started playing in my head. What song is that? Making love out of nothing at all, right? It's, I think, Total Eclipse of the Heart. And that started playing in my head. It's like you are creating magic out of nothing at all. You were you were stuck, you were upside down. You see, she's upside down, but she's creating magic out of nothing at all, out of thin air. That's what you're doing. You're creating magic out of nothing at all, because you understand the codes and you understand how freaking powerful, how freaking magical you are, and you are taking ownership of your energy. You're not staying victimized. You're not staying in your thoughts. You're not playing that old victim story that, oh, this happened to me, that happened to me. And I totally understand, guys. It's not easy to heal from trauma. It's really, really very difficult. And I send my love to all those who are struggling right now. I know it's not an easy journey, but from what I'm picking from this reading, you've really cracked the codes. And even if you don't feel like that, like you've done it, you're on your way to do that, okay? There is something that you are doing that is very different from whatever has been done before. You are shifting, you are changing. There is a different vibrational alignment. And sorry, my nose is super itchy right now. But, so maybe the spirit is also validating through this. I don't know, I'm just in a silly mood today. So anyways, and here you are, focused on yourself, focused on your abundance, focused on, it's almost like she's built this, okay? All the fruits that we see, all these coins that we see on this tree, it's like she worked her way through, and this wasn't easy, but she's diligent, she's persevering, she's not giving up on herself, okay? So there's some message of not giving up on yourself. And again, this hawk here, okay? So for some, definitely the hawk, the raven, the eagle, all these are symbols, okay? And lastly, we have the hermit. This is such a beautiful hermit. It's like you see this figure, it's like it's alone, but there is so much light coming out. Even though it's all dark, even when you feel like you are alone, even when you feel like you are being tested, there is no one there to support you. Your light is so powerful. You are so magnificent. You realize how powerful you are. And each one of you who's watching, even if you feel like, you know, when you're watching this video and you feel, no, I'm not in that space mentally or emotionally, this is a validation that you are. You just have to tap into that. You just have to realize your potential. You just have to realize who you are, because at the end of the day, each one of us is connected to God's source energy, and nothing can change that. Okay, so that is the true identity of who you are, and realizing your worth, realizing how precious you are. And sometimes we have to be in this dark, lonely space. Okay, so not all dark experiences are bad, because they allow you, or they give you this opportunity to get in touch with your own light. Okay, so I feel for a lot of you, if you feel you're not there, if you're watching this reading and you're thinking, what is she talking about, I'm not there, you are coming in touch with your own light. If you are in a dark space right now, know that you are going through a breakthrough. When you are in a dark space, that means you are being tested. So guys, for a diamond to shine, do you know how much pressure a diamond has to go through for it to have this brilliance and this sparkle and this radiance? You are like that diamond. Okay, it has to be cracked open for you to realize how brilliant and amazing you are. I'm loving this reading. I'm seriously loving this for you guys. So now we're gonna tap into the chakra reading cards. Okay, let's see what additional messages does Spirit want to give to us. Okay, but I'm loving it so far, and whatever you're doing, you're creating magic, you're creating something amazing with your energy, and I feel you need to keep focused, stay focused on that. Don't go into this energy, okay, of the past stories. This one did that to me, this one did this to me, I wish this happened like this. Don't go there. Come back to the present moment, okay, and realize that your true power and your true potential lies in this moment. Okay, Spirit, what messages, what additional messages need to come through? Okay, this one's taken. I'll take this too. So you have creativity, okay? A lot of creative energy, this creative spark, okay? The more, again, the same thing, the magician energy, this creative spark. You have a lot of talents. You're very gifted. There are many things that you are capable of doing. It's like you're tapping into this energy. The more you're healing this yourself, the more you're cracking the codes, you are realizing how freaking amazing you are, how creative you are. There are so many facets to you. You see all these different colors? It's like there are so many facets to you. If one did not work for you, there's another and another and another. It's like there's a color palette. Which color do you want? What do you choose for yourself? What is that you wish to create for yourself? Okay, we have the family card also coming through. Okay, and we have this 10 of Pentacles, which is again this family energy. Okay, like I said, you are healing some ancestral karma. Okay, you are healing some kind of ancestral pattern. Okay, and again with this family, it's like you are creating whatever. I don't know why I feel like your family's watching you. This sounds weird, but it's like people from your family are watching what you're doing. That's what I'm feeling when I'm looking at the monkeys. Look at the faces. It's like they're watching. It's so funny. So sorry, I don't mean to, make a joke out of this, but that's what's really what I'm getting. It's like people are watching what you're doing. And then we have the universal light, okay? Because you are bringing in such a high frequency. You're bringing in a different light, Okay, you're bringing in a different light, you're bringing in a different frequency and a higher source of light. And you are, what I'm getting is, you are that star, you are that brilliance, you are that light. You see how this light is clearing all the darkness, but you have to go through the darkness to find your brilliance. So guys, light and darkness works hand in hand. Okay, we need darkness just like we need light. Okay, and then we have Mother Earth. Love this card was sticking out. So this is really you healing not only ancestral karma, family trauma, whatever dysfunction. You are healing the world through the shifts you've created for yourself. You are not only creating a blueprint for your family, you're creating a blueprint for the universe. Look at all this light. You are so divinely supported. For some of you, there could be a mother figure in the spirit realm who is protecting you. Okay, so, and the other message I'm getting with this Mother Earth is also grounding, connecting with nature. I like to connect with trees. Like, I do have a favorite tree that I connect with and that helps me heal. So maybe that's what's happening for you. And if not, just know Mother Nature helps you heal. Okay, whenever you connect with Earth, it can heal you, it can nurture you. Even if you're feeling alone, just lie down on the grass or sit on the grass. Really connect with, take off your shoes, your socks, or, your sandals, and just kind of connect with Mother Earth and ground your feet inside and feel like Mother Earth is really holding and supporting you. No matter what you're going through, it's like you are being held, you are being supported, okay? And for some, I'm also hearing you are that nurturing, you are that loving person, just like a mother. Okay, it's very interesting. So now I'm using the word your light. Okay, so Spirit, what messages, what additional messages need to come through for this reading? This one card came out so fast. Okay. Okay. So we have the boundaries card, and just look at this image. You see how she's standing? She's got her hands out and everyone is reaching out to her. You have this healing, this nurturing, this loving energy, and it's almost like a lot of people want a piece of you. But you see how her hands are like this? It's like you have to set healthy boundaries. You have to learn to say no. You have to use discernment. You can be loving, you can be compassionate, but at the same time, you have to be kind enough to yourself. You have to be loving to yourself. You have to be nurturing to yourself first as well, okay? Not put yourself in situations that will drain you. Again, this Queen of Swords energy. Being discernment, being straightforward, okay? Using your discernment, being clear in your communication, where you stand, where the other person stands, and what you are willing to do, and where you're not willing to compromise yourself. So your boundaries are super, super important, especially if you're very empathic and loving, okay? You need to take care of your precious, loving heart, okay? You can't allow people to misuse you. You can't allow people to walk all over you, to abuse you, to use you, to treat you like trash. That's not happening. So coming in this Queen of Swords energy, where and this Queen of Cups, yes, you can be loving and kind and compassionate and yet be strong and clear in your boundaries. So you can have this duality, okay? Again, talking about the light and dark aspects of the divine feminine. And then we have Mirror. Who or what is triggering you, okay? So interesting, because life is a mirror, right? And everyone we interact with is a mirror. And what are these people, what are these interactions teaching you, okay? So if you feel like someone has crossed a boundary or someone is misusing your energy, you need to question yourself. Why is this happening? Why am I allowing this person to treat me bad? Where is it that I've not set a healthy boundary? Where is it that I've not learned to say no? And a lot of times empathic people, because we want to love everyone, and we are loving and we are kind, and we're, so we don't like setting healthy boundaries. Or maybe as a child, maybe, like as a child, I didn't know how to set boundaries. And because we come as loving, open, so we need to, when we grow up, we need to learn to set healthy boundaries, to understand what's good for you, what's not good for you, where, what are the limits, and not allowing anyone to drain you or misuse you in any way, okay? So people show up in your life to teach you important life lessons. Every experience, whether we call this experience as a negative experience or a positive experience, it helps you grow your soul, okay? So I also feel with this card, it's like you are being called to release, okay? You see there's water here and there are roses around. It's like release whatever doesn't serve you, release the people, release the expectations, release the stories that have kept you stuck, okay? As you start loving yourself, the world will mirror back to you. So first, if you want others to respect you, you have to start respecting yourself. If you want others to love you, you have to start by loving yourself, okay? And then you have inner temple. So it ends on a very similar note. We have the Hermit here, we have the inner temple, excuse me, and it says devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. That is so beautiful. Your heart is a portal. Your heart is so precious. You only need to allow people who see your heart as this beautiful treasure. You see how she's setting boundaries. She's saying no to people who want to just use her, people who just want to walk all over her, who just want a piece of her, but not give her that same respect or the same love or the same appreciation. She's standing up for herself. Realize that your heart is a portal. You see all these different dimensions. Your heart is what connects you to other dimensions. Your heart is what connects you to your angels, to your spirit guides, to your loved ones, right? That's why one of the things that spirit teaches us is to release and surrender, past stories, and even most importantly, to forgive yourself, right? And keep your heart clean like a clear portal of light. So this is spirit saying, taking that time to go inwards, taking that time to value yourself, okay? Maybe meditating, prayer, meditating, self-care, saying positive affirmations, things like that, and really taking out the time and tuning inwards, just like I did last week. I felt like I needed to go inwards, take out that time for myself, and I honored that because I needed to do that, right? So same message for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for all your love, and thank you so much for all the beautiful comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you soon. Thank you.